You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, one thing I didn't really expect to see today was Donald J. Trump weighing in on not only Caitlin Clark, but the WNBA and women's sports in general and the pay equity issue. Now, if you follow this channel, we all know why the WNBA is not, their salaries are not where a lot of the players believe they should be. And we also know it's about simple economics 101 or business 101 or math 101. All right. Fact of the matter is, it's a league that has not turned a profit. It's a league that's been propped up by the NBA. If it wasn't for the NBA, this league would have been long since gone, like the dinosaurs. We also know that because of Caitlin Clark and her explosion of popularity and what it is she's brought to the league was able to manage a new media rights deal. All right. And look, these players' salaries will be going up in the WNBA. But it's not going to be until really and truly, substantially, until at least this media rights deal starts, right? And that's what all these salaries in sports are tied to. It's the media rights deals, the television deals, in other words, right? They're going from a $60 million a year television deal to basically like a $260 million television deal. Well, that's going to raise salaries. Is it going to raise it to the point of what I think these players believe they think they're worth? No. I seriously don't see $1 million salary in the WNBA anytime soon. Okay, could you see, say, $500,000? Maybe out of the top one or two players in the league. And then, of course, somebody like Caitlin Clark's going to make a ton on endorsements. So Trump had a lot to say about Caitlin Clark. He was very, very positive about the Indiana Fever star in a subject I didn't expect to hear brought up today, but here we go. Former President Trump praised Indiana Fever sharpshooter Caitlin Clark in a recent interview before Americans head to the polls to cast their vote for president. Trump appeared on the Let's Go podcast with legendary sportscaster Jim Gray and six-time Super Bowl champion head coach Belichick. My goodness, Bill, you are everywhere these days. As part of their conversation, Trump was asked about equitable pay in women's sports and the dilemma of increasing salaries in the WNBA amid Clark's rise in the league. Clark's base salary was $76,000 annually, and while she made more through endorsements, the top NBA players are making millions per year. Trump called the notion of making pay fair for women's athletes a, quote, complicated thing. She's incredible, by the way, Trump then said of Clark. I've watched her. I think she's incredible. The shot, I watch her shot go in. It's like, could she shoot that way in the NBA, question mark. She's unbelievable. Interesting. Trump said Clark would probably make money either way. It's really, you got to rely on the market. Here we go. You can't go in and say, well, we're going to break this contract because this person did well, Trump said. The league could probably go up and give her a bonus. It wouldn't kill the league if the league is doing okay. The league could really do something with her because it seems unfair. But you have a lot of that. I see it all the time with football and baseball and even basketball. Somebody comes in and turns out to be 10 times better. He's not wrong. Gray noted that the main issue with the WNBA has brought in his ratings with Clark in the talented rookie class, while star players aren't making nearly the same as NBA players. Well, maybe they have to change that, Trump said. It's based on one player, it seems to me. There he goes. He's just being honest. It's Caitlin Clark. It's sort of incredible. It's a phenomenal thing she's got going, but very tricky. When you start getting involved with trying to recreate markets, it gets very, very tricky. The downside is greater than the upside. In other words, there's a lot of risk there. All right. And can you imagine? Let's say the WNBA said, you know what? Caitlin Clark deserves a bonus for everything that she brings, the massive gate revenues, right? That's, again, we don't talk about it enough, but, at a lot of these stadiums on the road, these arenas, fans paid well above market value for the tickets just to her games, right? And so in turn, we saw a $2 million gate at one game and a $1 million gate at another game. I think it's Seattle Storm broke their record for most money at a game, and the New York Liberty broke the record for most money made from one game. Both of them have Caitlin Clark in there, right? They were sold out games, and they were huge. And then, of course, she sold out every game, and the TV ratings were huge. And I actually think they're going to be pretty big, at least to start out the season next year. And there's already a lot of fire around the Indiana Fever because of Stephanie White, right? But it would get very complicated. But the league, yeah, they could consider giving her singular a bonus. But my God, if that happened, we can only imagine. We think Caitlin Clark is treated badly now. Holy crap. She better have her head on a swivel out there, because these petty, jealous players that can't stand her, I mean, it would be open season on Caitlin Clark. Now, should that stop the league from doing it? Hell no. If it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do. It's up to Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver to make sure they drop the hammer on the league. The first person that pulls a Diamond DeShields and puts a Ronnie Lott on Caitlin Clark like she did during the Chicago Sky game, and I'm not talking about Kennedy Carter, I'm talking about Diamond DeShields, the first time that happens, they might stop when that player gets a 10 or 25 game suspension for doing it and loses that little salary they got for that amount of games. Then, yeah, maybe you could send a message through actual punishments, on players, because at times, I mean, look, there's physical games in the NBA, but, the other thing is, again, these players' salaries are going to go up with their media contracts. That's going to happen. I figured they're going to probably triple, is what I guess. So a player like Caitlin Clark would come into the league, instead of making $176,000, they would make, $215,000 in their rookie year. And then what is it? The max salary is $241,000. So the max salary would go to something like $680,000 or $700,000 or something like that. You're still going to have people that are comparing this to the NBA, and that's never going to happen, ever. The media rights deals are not big enough, and they won't be, I don't think. I mean, look, this media rights deal lasts 10 years anyway, so you get the point. That's the thing. I'm going to be the first to tell you, I don't think Caitlin Clark's politics aligns with Donald Trump's. I also don't care, all right? She doesn't really talk politics at all. She said, research what you think and do what you think is right. That was her exact comment. But I give Trump a lot of credit. He's right. She's absolutely amazing to watch. And I've watched a lot of football this year, obviously, from the playoffs last year, whatever. Some of her games I have been as entertaining as any NFL game I've watched this year. And that's just being honest. I mean, if it's been a big Caitlin Clark game and she goes out there and has a triple-double, it's been really entertaining, And sports is a television product these days. It is what it is. Best reality show on television is sports. Tell me what you think. Trump praises Caitlin Clark. He also talks salaries. He's not wrong. It's a complicated issue, sort of. I mean, it's just simple math, really. But he understands that it's a hot button topic, too. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.